Live, I'm Sheila Watko. So many of us have health and fitness goals, especially early in the year. But what happens when you stop seeing progress? In today's Healthy You segment, sponsored by Independence Blue Cross, I spoke to Dr. Ian Smith, a physician and a best-selling author. Dr. Smith visited us earlier this year to talk about New Year's resolutions. Today, he's checking in to address a common issue when committing to an exercise journey, hitting a fitness plateau. He talked to me about ways to overcome that roadblock and shared tips to finally shed those last few pounds.
Dr. Ian Smith, welcome back to Philly Live. You've been a longtime friend of NBC 10, so we're always very happy to talk to you. Now, you've written your 29th book, The Last 15. This is all about tackling those stubborn last 15 pounds. Tell me what kind of inspired the idea for this book and what we're going to find out when we read it.
When you become smaller, there's less of you, which is a great thing. That's what you want. However, your metabolism changes. And so your metabolism is not burning off as much as it was before. And so if you're consuming the same amount of calories as when you were heavier, now that you're smaller, it's the same amount. It's too many calories. So you need to actually also reduce the calories as you get smaller to keep the metabolism going, and you need to work out a little more. So instead of burning off the energy that's stored in your fat, your body now holds on to it, so you hit a plateau. So reduce the amount of calories by a little more, increase your workout by a little more, maybe try some intermittent fasting. There are all kinds of strategies that I employ in the last 15 to help people either break through that plateau or to shred those last 10 to 15 pounds.
And then you hear abs are actually made in the kitchen. When you're looking at losing weight, would you say overall you want to give a little bit more care to, obviously both are important, a little more care to the fitness side or to the diet side?
It really starts with what you're eating. I mean, reducing the amount of refined carbohydrates and sugar is really critical. Carbs are still good, by the way, don't get me wrong, but it's the right carbs. So if you really want to get those abs, it's about reducing your carb intake, increasing your protein intake, but from the exercise standpoint, it's also about burning, getting to your fat burning zone. So, you know, whether you're doing some cardio, everyone thinks it's crunches, and doing ab exercises is good for sculpting the abs, but it does nothing for the fat layer that's on top of the abs. You still got to attack that fat. And so doing things like HIIT, H-I-I-T, high intensity interval training, is a great way to attack your abdominal fat.
Okay, great. I do like a HIIT class. I heard an analogy once that I always think about. Someone said if you put a tennis ball under a comforter versus a tennis ball under a top sheet, it's kind of losing that fat and you can see it's more defined.
Thank you.
So that's what I think.
That's beautiful, by the way. Yes, I love that, because what people don't understand is that the muscle is underneath a bed of fat. And the question becomes, how thick is that fat? If the fat is really thick, you're not going to see those muscles. And so the goal is to increase the size of the musculature and at the same time reduce the depth of the fat, and then you start getting those abs you like.
Yes, I don't have them yet, but I'm working.
They're coming.
Dr. Smith, they're coming. I feel them under there. Dr. Ian Smith, of course, in all of your years working and studying health and medicine, what is your very favorite health tip that you've picked up along the way?
I love the idea of front-loading your meals.
Oh.
I think too many people eat heavy calories at night.
Yeah, for dinner.
For dinner.
Dessert.
That's the wrong meal. You want to have heavier calories in the beginning and the middle of the day, because you now have all that time at night to burn it off, right? So when you eat late at night or anytime at night, heavy calories, let's say you put 1,500, 2,000 calories in the tank at night at dinner, then you go to sleep 2 hours later, how are you burning those calories off that you just consumed? You're not. You're lying in bed in a vegetative state.
Whoa.
So front load your meals, your calorie counts, if you're paying attention, and try to get it done earlier. And you can still have a nice dinner, but a lighter dinner. And when you can make that adjustment, you'll see a big difference, not just in your energy, but also your sleep and also your weight.
Can I ask your go-to breakfast order?
Don't pay attention to the order of meals and your nutrients. Pay attention to what you're trying to accomplish and let that dictate what you decide to eat. So sometimes for breakfast, I will have chicken for breakfast because I want that protein.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. A tuna fish sandwich in the morning. Yes. I know it sounds strange for breakfast. Now, if I'm not going to have those, then I would have a nice like yogurt parfait with some chia seeds. Chia seeds have protein in it. They have omega-3s. Then my yogurt has my protein, and I may put some granola on top for some more protein.
I love a chia seed.
That's right.
Such great advice.
I love a chia seed. I like that.
I really do. Dr. Smith, thank you so much.
This is fun.
Really great to talk to you.
I love this. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you all so much for watching Philly Live. Next time, we're talking to Paralympic gold medalist Rico Roman. Have a great day.